Silver was 30 bucks an ounce 1 year ago. 30. You could buy an American Silver Eagle for like $40 shipped. And I remember looking at them at the time and thinking, yeah, I probably should pick some up, but then I didn't. And now it's sitting somewhere around 75. It touched $121 in January. And now a lot of people are thinking, did I miss it? So let's talk about that, because I think most people asking that question are actually asking the wrong question entirely. Here's what I mean. Is it too late to buy silver? Assumes you're trying to buy low and sell high. It assumes that you are trading. And if you're trading silver, yeah, maybe you missed the move. The people who loaded up at 30 and sold at 120, congratulations. That is a phenomenal trade. But that's not what I do. And if you are watching this channel, I'm guessing that's probably not what you do either. I'm basically a boglehead at heart. Index funds, stay the course, and don't try to time the market. And the only reason why I own silver and gold at all is because I treat them as insurance, not as investments, just insurance. And nobody asks, is it too late to buy car insurance after they see a fender bender on the highway? You either want the protection or you don't. So the real question isn't, is $75 too late? The real question is, do the reasons I'd want to own silver still exist? And I think you already know the answer. Let me just run through what's happening right now. Inflation just came in at 3.3%, the highest since May 2024, and GDP growth is basically stalled at 0.5%. That's not a great combo, and that's the word nobody wants to say out loud, which is stagflation. The US and Iran just agreed to a ceasefire that should last 2 weeks, which sounds great until you realize the Strait of Hormuz is still a mess. Negotiations have broke down. Oil was above $100 a barrel, and the ceasefire is already shaky. Israel is still conducting operations in Lebanon. This Iran situation is not resolved. The silver market has been in a supply deficit for the last 5 consecutive years. More silver is being consumed than is being mined. Solar panels, EVs, electronics, AI hardware, and industrial demand is aiding through supply. There aren't enough new mines coming online to fix it. And central banks around the world are dumping dollar reserves and buying gold at a pace we haven't seen in decades. China, Russia, India, and other smaller nations, they watched what happened to Russia's dollar reserve after the 2022 invasion of Ukraine, and they said no thanks. So I look all that, and I think the reasons to own precious metals have not gone away. If anything, they've gotten louder. Now, does that mean you should go and dump your savings into silver at 75 bucks an ounce? No, obviously not. And I'd say the same thing if it was 30. My approach has always been the same. I target about 5% of my net worth in precious metals, and that's it. Not 50%, not 20, just 5, because it is insurance for me, and you don't spend half of your income on insurance. And because of that, I dollar cost average the same way I dollar cost average into my index funds. Some months silver is up, some months it's down. I bought coins at 75. I bought some at the peak when it was 120. And honestly, looking at the stack, I don't know which one's which. I'd have to look at my spreadsheet. And that's kind of the point. So if you're trying to nail the perfect entry, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Silver went from $71 January 1st to $121 on January 29th of this year. And then it crashed back down to about 75. That's a 70% swing in less than 2 months, and you're not going to time that. Nobody times that consistently. So what you can do is buy a little bit on a regular schedule, and over time, your cost basis averages out, and you end up with a stack of metal that isn't tied to anybody's balance sheet, any bank's solvency, or any government's promises. And that helps you sleep better at night. All right, here's the part that nobody wants to hear. If the reasons you'd want to own silver come true, if inflation stays elevated, if the dollar keeps weakening, and if geopolitics gets worse, then yeah, silver at 75 is going to look cheap. Some analysis are calling for 100, 150, and even higher by the end of the year. JP Morgan has silver averaging at 81 this year, and Bank of America has targets up to 300 based on ratio compression. But if everything calms down and inflation drops, the Fed threads the needle, and world peace breaks out, then silver might pull back. And you know what? And that's fine too. Because in that scenario, your index funds are ripping, your 401k is fat, and the 5% you put in the metals just sits there being boring. And that's what insurance does. It's boring until you need it. The worst case for silver stackers isn't that silver goes down. The worst case is that you overallocate. That you get so caught up in price action and the hype that you put away more than you should, and you need that money for something else. So if you're sitting there thinking, I missed it at 30, just ask yourself, did you miss index funds at their last low? Probably. Does that mean you stopped investing? Probably not. You buy what you can, and when you can, as part of a plan. Silver is the same. So to recap, have a plan in mind, whether that's a target percentage of your net worth, like my 5%, or you're saying, I'm going to put 20% of each paycheck into precious metals. Pick a number and try to stick to it. Don't change the plan because silver had a good week or a bad week, and revisit whether your allocation still makes sense about once a year. The same way you'd rebalance your index funds. And if silver drops back to 50, you're buying more ounces with the same dollar. If it runs to 120 again, cool. Your stack is now worth more. But you're not selling it anyway because that's not why you own it. The plan doesn't change either way, and that's the whole point. So that's my take. I'm not going to tell you that silver is going to go to 200 or that you need to back the truck up and buy all of it. I'm a guy with a small stack who sleeps better knowing it's there. If you're brand new to this, I've got videos on the cheapest ways to buy silver, which coins to start with, and why I think government minted coins could be worth the premium, and I'll link those at the end. And before you buy anything, always check dealer pricing. Look at websites like findbullionprices.com before pulling the trigger. I always do. And if this was helpful, please subscribe. I put out videos quite frequently on gold and silver and what's happening in the gold and silver markets. So, see you in the next video. Thank you.